Dr. Intan Azura Mokhtar.
Question 2, please, sir.
So day activity centers, or DAC in short, are community-based day facilities that provide long-term care support for persons with disabilities. And DACs equip persons with disabilities with skills to enable them to live as independently as possible at home and within the community. There are currently 30 DACs operating in Singapore, and as of August this year, there were about 1,200 clients, of whom about 200 or 17% are young adults between the ages of 18 and 21 years. Clients attending DACs are supported by the care team comprising professionals and direct care workers. The professional staff includes psychologists, therapists, and social workers, and they formulate the care plans as well as supervise and conduct activities such as behavioral modifications, therapy, and counseling. The direct care workers, who are known as DAC training officers, support the clients and also assist the professionals in their day-to-day activities and routines. There are a total of about 70 professionals and 250 direct care workers across the 30 DACs. And apart from being equipped with professional training and also direct care knowledge, the staff working in DACs also attend relevant courses to improve their skills in communicating with PWDs and also the understandings of their needs. Thank you.
Dr. Intan.
Thank you, Minister of State. Thank you, Speaker. I understand that a number of caregivers had previously experienced some form of challenges or difficulty in enrolling their children who are above 18 years old and above into DAC centers, DACs, after they graduate from SPED schools. So my question to the MOS is whether there are enough places to meet the demand, and whether there are enough DAC professionals to attend to these young adults in the DACs. And what is MSF doing to ensure that parents and guardians are aware of the various options available? There are plans to consolidate all the DACs into specialized centers for further training for such young adults to better prepare them to be work ready. And if there are plans to ensure that there are targeted skills future certification programs for them so that ultimately they can be independent. Thank you.
I thank the members for very long and lengthy questions. Let me try to attempt to answer them. Let me answer the last question first. Consolidations of the DACs. So there are now 30 DACs in Singapore, and they are operated by 15 VWOs. And all these VWOs, they have their own background, culture, strengths, expertise, and capabilities. So I think it is not so feasible nor practical to try to artificially consolidate them, just in order to apply standards to all the DACs to ensure that they will follow a certain regimes and protocol when they roll out the programs and services to their clients. And then MSF also conducts periodical on-site audits to check on all these DACs to ensure that the standards are met. So for some of the DACs which fail to meet the standards, that MSF officers will work together with the DAC management to identify the gaps, to develop the service improvement programs so as to make sure that they are able to meet the requirements and better serve the DACs, better serve their clients. As to skills future training, this is indeed something that we are looking at. So under the Enabler Master Plan 3, so MSF actually has been discussing and working with MOE and Skills Singapore to identify suitable employment-related trainings. And then we will conduct all this training when the feasibility studies is concluded to make sure that our clients at the DACs will be given the opportunity for lifelong learning under the Skills Future framework. And then for those who need to work, then such Skills Future certified courses will actually enhance the DACs. As to your first supplementary questions of post-18 transition, we are aware of the challenges faced by persons with disabilities and also their caregivers as to when they finish their spec education at the age of 18. So where do they go to? We have been working with the Ministry of Education and also spec schools to identify upstream orientation programs. We have also been discussing and also organizing together with the DACs to stage exhibitions, talks, and sharing experience by caregivers at all these spec schools, and also to conduct orientation programs for their caregivers before they reach the age of 18. So we are also working closely with the MOE on this aspect. So the purpose is to make sure that before they reach the age of 18, then the caregivers are given the understanding and also to be better prepared for them to make a decision post-18, so which DAC to go to and so on and so forth. So this is also work in progress. And there's also one part of your supplementary questions, the different options, if I may invite the members to elaborate a little. So actually, what is this about?
Dr. Intan.
Yeah, the options among the different DACs, if they wish to specialize in specific areas, it ties into my other question on the Skills Future certification.
Okay, all right, thank you. Thank you. So different DACs offer different types of services and programs. So they are so that they are able to offer a myriad of courses, trainings to meet the different or very diverse needs of the persons with disabilities. So there are in fact quite a lot of options available. So as mentioned just now, that the important thing is actually to provide adequate information to persons with disabilities and also their caregivers, so that they understand the range of the services, programs offered by the different DACs, so that they will be able to make an informed choice of which DAC to go to when they reach the age of 18. Thank you.
Ms. Denise Poor.
Thank you, MOS. I'd like to, from my other life, which is running DACs as a volunteer, I know that the cost of running DACs is very high. It can go up to almost $500,000 each year deficit for less than 50 folks who might have moderate to severe disabilities. And I think it will go beyond, the need will go beyond 21 years old. I was wondering if MSF Ministry would consider assembling a small task force to look at the challenges facing this group of adults beyond 18, beyond 21, and looking at how to configure solutions that will involve also the, not just the people sector, of course, but also the of course, public sector, but also the private sector and other individual donors and foundations that can come together, because this solution would not be easy, will be quite costly, and I think it takes more than a current, how do I say, box. We need to get rid of some boxes of thinking to come to a better solution, because the needs are just going to increase, going to be more costly, and there's no way that anyone, VWO, any kind person can just do it on their own or organization. So I would like to ask the Ministry to consider really setting up a small task force just to specifically look at this very challenging area of the special needs community.
I really want to thank the member for the very passionate plea. So just to share with you, we share the same passion. We also share the same commitment in wanting to uplift persons with disabilities in our community. And the member has hit the nail on the head that to enable to uplift these segments of our population, it needs to go beyond the DACs, it needs to go beyond the government. I think it really needs, the community to come together, working together with the DAC and also working together with the government to ensure that we will be able to provide adequate support, not just to the persons with disabilities, but also the DACs running the services and the programs for them. So the answer to your question is, yes, we are open to discussing how we can work together with the community, with the donors, with the DACs, on how we can work together to make sure that we will be able to provide an adequate and affordable services to the clients. So when we do indeed form a task force, then I will be happy to invite the members to serve on the task force so that we can work together, and you can actually provide your perspective and insight on how we can do together collectively to make Singapore a more inclusive society for all, including those with disabilities. Thank you.
Mr. Chris D'Souza.